Oh, looks like I'm standing up for this video. My bed's broken. I need to fix that. Hi guys, Jess here, aka Jess on the Move. I think I swap that around every time I do it. Anyway, basically today I'm going to talk to you about how to survive in a zombie apocalypse, because although it probably will never happen, just in case, you know. And also I've been watching quite a lot of zombie films recently. So yeah, I've just picked up a few things that they do wrong. I'm just like, no, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, so let's get this show on the road. I've just left my phone over there, so... First, rely more heavily on weapons that don't need reloading, like guns. Chainsaws are often quite a popular choice for zombie apocalypse, but they need fuel and stuff, which you could be using in cars. Actually, I don't know, do you use the same fuel for cars and chainsaws? I don't know, but whatever, you still need fuel for chainsaws, and so yeah, they need reloading a little bit as well. Yeah, so like axes, bats, anything like that, rely more heavily on them. Basically, in Dawn of the Dead I was watching, I think, the new one, they had like, they just kept using guns all the time, and like, yeah, like, I don't understand where they got all of their bullets from, basically. And you know, in an actual zombie apocalypse you're gonna run out. Especially, like, I'm in Australia at the minute. I don't know what Australia's like with guns, but I haven't really, probably not the same with America and stuff. If you're in America, then you're probably going to find a lot more bullets and guns and stuff than you are in England or Australia. So, but still, you're not going to have unlimited supplies unless you start making your own ammo, you know. Second, don't waste bullets, right? This really annoyed me. Well, basically, they had like a little baby, and the baby was a zombie, but zombies don't grow any older. So, like, the baby didn't have any teeth, it wouldn't have been able to infect anyone, yet they still shot it anyway. Like, if they're actually, like, obviously they're gonna kill it though, like, but why use a bullet on it? Why not just use a knife or something? And if there's, like, another thing, like, if there's, like, a zombie that's stuck, that's not gonna get out, probably ever, because they're pretty stupid, you know, it's just stuck, so it's not going to get out, so why shoot it? There's no point to it, basically. Anyway, third, be prepared. Like, be prepared, yeah. Forgot where I was going with this. Yeah, not before the zombie apocalypse, because most of the people that survive in the zombie apocalypse aren't, like, in films and stuff, aren't prepared before the zombie apocalypse starts. So, like, post-apocalypse, you still need to be prepared for stuff. So if you then find out that there's a zombie apocalypse, don't be stupid and just wear your pyjamas out or something. Like, lock your front doors and stuff, and like, get changed into something, get a few supplies, and then go. Like, obviously if there's zombies in your house or something, then you're gonna have to run straight away, but if they're not in your house yet and you're pretty safe at the time being, then get yourself ready, get yourself sorted before running out of the house in your pyjamas and bare feet, because I don't even know how some people survive in zombie films, to be honest. 4, don't risk your group's lives. This is one that really annoys me about films, right? If anyone that I was friends with, or any of my family members, it might be ruthless, but I would shoot them if they were bitten. Like, there was actually a lot of things that I found out that I would actually shoot people for, but because, like, I don't think I'd be able to shoot someone now, but given a zombie apocalypse, I would want to survive. I wouldn't want to become a zombie, so I would want to try and make it like I'm going to survive, you know. So if one of my family members was bitten, I wouldn't keep them with the group. I would shoot them straight in the forehead. And also, like, this is another point, but if someone, like, if I come across another group of survivors or something and I'm like, are you bitten? And they're like, do I look bit? I would shoot them straight off just for being annoying, because do I look bit isn't a proper answer. You could have been bitten like 2 seconds before I just ran into you, you know, like you might not look bitten, but that doesn't mean you're not, so I would shoot you just for being annoying, to be honest. Yeah. 5. Safety in numbers. Now this is quite important, to be honest. Like, safety in numbers, I've seen zombie films and stuff where they take that to the extreme. Like in Warm Bodies, like in the first days, obviously they're gonna have like camps and stuff that the military are running and people go to and everything. But that never ever works out, like ever, in anything. Even Jerusalem in World War Z didn't work out, you know. Like, they had huge massive walls, the zombie just fucked over them. Anyway, so basically they had like every survivor that they could find in this like compound, and it might have worked out that once because the zombies started becoming good, but like that they must have had over 100 survivors, and unless you've got a compound like that, then having over 100 survivors is not great. You need probably about 10-11 people is all you need. Anything over 20 is just far too many. Like, yeah, like I don't know. I'd probably travel in a group of 4 to 5, to be honest. For me personally, and just make sure. Like, I'd be really picky with who I let in my group. Like, if they look like they're bitten, I would shoot them. Oh my god, I'm sounding so hot, cold and heartless. But honestly, like, I would just not want people that are gonna not like be able to contribute. Like, obviously I would let like old people and young people into the group and stuff, because we could protect them and things. But if they're like able-bodied and look like they're just gonna be lazy and just sarcastic and shit, I'm just not gonna let them in the group. I'm just gonna be like, no, jog on, mate. This is presuming that I'm presuming that I'm going to be the leader, but I'm probably not going to be. I'm just going to like follow the leader. Number 6. Books are priceless, alright? I'm not saying that you need a whole library in your bag or whatever, but having a few books, like things that are like, if you can't find cans and stuff, having a book that has edible plants in it, having a book that tells you basic first aids, then if someone does get injured in a way that's not being bitten, then you can actually deal with it. Like, having books that are, because obviously not everyone's going to be gun trained, and to be honest, most groups aren't going to have someone that is gun trained in it, or a doctor or anything. So you need things that, like, you need books about basic survival skills, really. I bought the zombie survival guide with me to Australia just in case, because it could happen, you know. And that's a pretty invaluable book. Pretty sure invaluable is the right thing. Dress for the occasion. This kind of comes under, I think it was the first one, or 3, maybe 3. Anyway, dress for the occasion, basically. Instead, like, make sure, like, obviously if you're on a night out and then suddenly zombies come, then you're not going to be dressed for the occasion then. But as soon as you get like a chance to get changed in decent clothes, take up that opportunity. Like, people in most zombie films are wearing like stupid clothes, like they're wearing jeans and stuff. Jeans are brilliant if you're trying to, like, because, you know, have you ever tried getting teeth through jeans? It's not gonna happen. But like, if you need to, like, if you get into a pickle and you're in water or something, then you're pretty fucked, to be honest, because jeans are quite heavy in water. So you need something that's light and something that, like, you can manoeuvre in. And so, like, dress for the occasion. Don't wear stupid mini skirts and pyjamas and high heel shoes. Wear sneakers or trainers or whatever you call them, you know, and then, like, or boots, you know, like combat boots or something, you know, that is going to be pretty good. And also something that you could probably, like, if a zombie falls down, you'd be like and stomp on it. 8. don't mistake a zombie for a human. Like, in my opinion, it's fine. Well, it's not fine because you're going to feel pretty guilty with shooting a human. But it's better if you mistake a human for a zombie and shoot them than it is if you mistake a zombie for a human and try and talk to them and everything, and then they come at you and bite you. Like, that's inevitably what's going to happen. But if you mistake a human for a zombie, they can't come back. Like, if you shoot them in the right place, they're not gonna come back and be like, you just shot me. So, you know, that's a lot better than not shooting a zombie, no, human, no, someone that he thinks a human but it's actually a zombie. Notebook. Right, this is something that I thought of the other day because I actually lost my notebook, and it had quite a lot of important things in it, but nothing about zombie apocalypse. I'm not that into it, you know. Basically, you need, like, having a notebook is going to be quite handy. So, like, especially in the first few days or something, then you can actually just write down all of the characteristics you see the zombies having. So, like, if they're slow walking, write slow walking. If if they don't attack their own kind, because some zombies do, you know, like in, I don't know, I Am Legend, they kind of have little fights, not really massive ones, but yeah, like, you know, if they can't climb, can't run, all of this sort of stuff, write it down, and then you'll know for later on. So, where was I? Yeah, like later on, if you then have to try and find, like, if you're looking for shelter, then you can know the characteristics, and then be able to actually stop them. Yeah, find somewhere that is suitable for them not to be able to get in. First aid kit. Basically, have a first aid kit with you. It doesn't have to have a lot in it, you know, just plasters, bandages, like a few bits of medical equipment, and then if you ever come into any trouble, you can just patch someone up and move on, rather than being, oh my god, I was about to then go on to another point. I'm not sure if that's the next point. Yeah, it is. Well, next point is number 11 is hospitals. No. Like, rather than them being like, oh, we need to go to a hospital to go and get some medication and stuff, you already have it on you. Also, in the beginning, if anyone in your group like gets injured and they don't quite know how bad it is, and they're like, let's go to the hospital because I'm injured and we need to go and get a doctor's help, tell them to fuck off or shoot them or something, because they're obviously an idiot and they're gonna just get you killed. Like, you don't go to a hospital in a zombie apocalypse at all, because basically all of the people that were bitten in the very beginning are gonna have gone to the hospital because they don't know what it is yet, and they're gonna all be there infecting all the nurses, all the paramedics, all the military protecting the hospital, all the other patients that weren't even there for bites. They're all going to be infected, and it's just going to be a massive zombie party. And if you go, then you'll become the food, like the buffet. Don't do it. Shelter. Find appropriate shelter. Like a prison or something like that would be ideal, if you can then work out a way to make sure that other people aren't going to be like, I want your prison, dude, and then shoot you to get it, like in The Walking Dead. Or find like a house or something, knock out the flight of stairs, and then like live on the second floor and stuff, but have a way that you can get in and out, but zombies can't get in and out. If that makes any sense. To like have like build like passageways or something. Oh my god, falling over. Plan an escape route. So, wherever you stay, know your escape route. Like, you might unpack and everything, but know your escape route. Even better, right? An even better shelter would be in a car or a camper van or something. Right, it might get stinky if you have quite a lot of people in there, but at least then, if something happens, like, you don't need to worry about packing everything back up again, because everything's already in your shelter. You can just drive the fuck off. Like, if you see a horde of zombies like a mile away coming in your direction, drive away. Like, yeah. Be in shape. Now, I'm not in shape. I doubt any of you on YouTube are in shape if you're watching YouTube videos, you know, because you're probably much like me, just sit on the internet all day. So I'm not talking about now, but once you find out the zombie apocalypse is happening, then start getting in shape whenever it's safe. Like, so start, I don't know, find a shelter, start running around inside the shelter or something, stretching, you know, doing push-ups, sit-ups and everything to get in shape. So then eventually, like, if there is a time that you need to hoss it across the city or something, then you're ready for it. And finally, right, this is from Warm Bodies, basically. When they're in like this is like right at the beginning when the girl first meets R and everything, but they're like, the two girls are like, I heard something, we should bail, and the guy's like, no you didn't hear anything, no you didn't. When someone says they hear something, believe them and just get out of there. You know, there's always going to be other food because most of the people most of the people in the world are zombies. So there's always going to be other food. You might not be able to find it straight away, but as long as you've got a few cans or something, you're going to survive for a few days. So rather than just not believing them and just staying put and trying to find more cans and being greedy, just run. Don't bother staying, because then you're going to die, and everyone else in your group's going to die as well. Anyway, before I get too far into this, because this is a subject I can talk about for ages, even though it's probably not going to happen, but I still find myself rambling on and on and on about it, and yeah, I'm a bit of a zombie geek really. But anyway, cheerio. Unless you've got a really good memory. I keep burping, I'm sorry. That was quite a loud one. It annoys me so much when people in films go to hospitals. Like, no! And then they survive, and I'm like, are you serious? You just survived. This is not going well. I'm getting far too into this.